Hey everybody, welcome to 60 and Then Some. I'm your host Lance Simons, and today I think I just want to talk about what I went through yesterday. Yesterday I got my first paycheck from my new job, and it was a significant pay cut, more than I was thinking. Um, and what really made me think about it was we went into the store last night to get some things, and I told my wife, I said, "Ugh, I'm depressed." She goes, "Why?" I said, "Because we got to live on a budget, you know? I've never really had to live on a budget. I know where my spending goes, but we always had enough money to where I didn't have to look at prices so much. I mean, we're not huge spenders on junk and stuff, but we just bought eggs and yogurt and milk and laundry detergent. We were looking to see if we could save $2 on laundry detergent. It's like people shouldn't have to live this way. You really shouldn't. For essentials, we weren't buying alcohol or potato chips. We were buying essentials, and it's just not right. But it is what it is. I don't know if the new president will make any difference. I'm not really sure. The situation we're in is a little bit my fault. I bought my house 2 years ago when I was 57, 2.5 years ago, and but the whole downstairs here where we are now was unfinished, so it was an investment to me. So I put a lot of stuff on credit to get this done, with the idea that we were going to refinance the whole thing when it was over. By the time I got done with everything, the interest rates were so high that it was not any longer feasible for us. So now we're kind of stuck with some credit. I mean, we still have a good income in most people's eyes, but with the credit that we have, the loans for the construction, it just kind of strapped us a little bit now that I had to take this other job. The good news is that I did collect some unemployment in the month that I was off. My previous employer tried to say that I was fired for cause, and the Washington State, thank you, Employment Agency reviewed all the files and found that there was no cause, and that yes, indeed, I am eligible for unemployment. So it was I was an at-will employee, so they have the right to do that, I suppose, but then try to deny me unemployment. Didn't work for them. So anyway, so what I want to do now is just kind of walk you through the budget that we use, that I'm going to pay a lot more attention to. Like I said, we've never really had to follow a budget, because we've always had a little surplus at the end of every pay period, because we weren't crazy spenders. But now I'm going to keep an eye on it. So let's look at that together. So what I've got here is just an Excel spreadsheet with all of our bills on, and this little black line right here, that is the pay period. So my wife and I, we would be on the same pay period until this new job, but we were on the same pay period, so it made it pretty easy. We put everything that we did down on the line here, how much the payment was, okay? Then once we got paid, I just went through and checked all these when I paid it. And then some of them wouldn't clear for a few days. Say like Shell Point wouldn't clear for a couple of days. American Express wouldn't clear for a few days. The credit cards don't clear for a few days. Some of them clear right away. Say like Hilton Grand Vacations timeshare cleared right away. And then the next pay period, they're down here. But we also, calculate how much our rental income is, any other income. This is the end of the pay period from the last pay period, from the end of October. This is if we needed to bring any in from savings to cover any expenses. We have a few blanks down here too. There's a blank here and couple blank ones down here. in case something come up like a car repair or something. And that's why we'd have to do like from savings to make it all balance. We just make it all balance, add it all up right here, and then we could roll this $946 over to the next pay period if these numbers were actual numbers. We had $8,300 for 2 weeks for working cash to pay our bills. That's after $7,500 in salaries and then this other income right here. So this number right here, the 2,071, is actually what we had to spend. We have to spend on gas, food, miscellaneous spending, and anything that was left over from the pay period. So when we say we didn't have to live on a budget very closely, that's because we would have money in this little reserve here that if we overshot, we overshot. But then we had jobs that would carry that. And now I don't. So now I got to go back in and edit some of these things like miscellaneous spending. Can I spend $500 every 2 weeks on miscellaneous stuff? I mean, that covers your clothes, your spending money, your extra bag of potato chips when you go to the handy store and get gas or any of that. And then we have food, and food's gone up so much. Was running around $350. I bumped it up to $500. But I don't have this much here. Just to be clear, this is just hypotheticals to get an idea. So, and then over here on the right, the far right, I have all the links to the online payments, and I had my login and passwords over here. And I told my daughter if I should ever pass away, make sure you get this thumb drive because it has our whole life on here. So, because down here in the bar down here, you can see that we do this every month. And if you go way to the front here, we've got our payments in our payoff plan. So we have our credit card payments and our payoff plan, how to get our credits paid off. And we don't pay 1 month at a time. We do this, what they call the snowball, where you pay off the smallest one first, and then pay minimums on all the other ones. If you have all, in my case, I got about 5 credit cards, and that's part of our downfall right now. It's just we were living high on the hog, and right now with this new job, we can't. So now I got to figure out ways to pull this back and get control of everything. Got an AT&T bill. It's kind of expensive because I've got 2 of my sons on it still, and I've got to get them off Daddy's payroll because they both have good paying jobs. It's just that we initially bought them all at the same time and just always paid it. So I need to have them get their own lines here soon. Hilton Grand Vacations. This was bought on a whim. Now I regret every second of it. We've utilized it quite a bit. We went to the Pac-12 championship game and stayed in Las Vegas on it. We've been to Hawaii 2 or 3 times with it, but at $414 a month, this is an actual number here. At $414 a month, you go once a year. That's 400 times 12, 48. $5,000. That's a pretty nice hotel you could have gotten for that price in Las Vegas. I mean, in Hawaii. So, anyway, I just wanted to show you how we set up our budget and run it. Like I said, we've got, and then at the end here, hypothetical numbers again, so don't get too excited. We've got our ending balance all in a calculation here. You can see that it's a sum of E48. Ending balance is, these are just formulas that I put in here. Rental income, we've got some space that we rent. Travel careers, if you saw my video last time, I have a little side biz hustle. Sometimes we make no money, sometimes we make 500, sometimes we make 2,000. It's just a little side hustle that I run. And so our extra income for the month was $900. So that's loss and gain is $3,400 that we can transfer into savings. These things down here, sometimes I just put in notes to myself. I want to close Netflix because we have 2 accounts by accident. and close Peacock because I got it last year to watch Husky football games on, and right now I'm not using it. So anyway, that's about how we run our budget. It's just we document everything, put down the expenses. In this case, they're all hypothetical, and then this is a pretty good salary, isn't it? That's not mine though. I wish. Anyway, that's how we do it. So, like I said, we to get our debt paid down, we do the snowball. We pay the smallest first till it's paid off, and then we use that money that we would have used for that payment and put it on the next smallest one with that minimum payment, and that doubles that, or close to it. Then once that one gets paid down, you take those two that you were paying on and pay on the next one. So when you do that, it diminishes those costs way down. Thanks for watching. That's our budget. And if you'd like, go ahead and like and subscribe. You can watch one of these other shows here if you'd like. That's it. So thanks for watching. I'm Lance Simons, and this is 60 and Then Some. Talk to you next time.